So hi there everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I've decided to do my video regarding my phone call with the psychologist for the bariatric surgery. And as I was walking home from the train today, thinking about doing this video, I kind of just jumped into these videos regarding this weight loss surgery, and I kind of didn't really do like a background of the reason why or about me, just me in general. I never really did an intro of who I am. I've mentioned a few times about what this channel is. It's just a random channel, and I'm just sharing with whoever wants to watch. A few of my friends have my YouTube channel. I know that they kind of watch and keep updated when I don't get to see them. So I'm debating doing one of those, like an about me, and then maybe doing another video regarding why I chose to do this surgery. So look out for that soon. I might do one this weekend if I have time. I just decided to come home and I said I looked kind of nice today with my new shirt. I got these little like peacocks in these. I thought I looked kind of cute, so I said no, I'll do a video today. So I'm not going to make this one super long because there's not too much to tell, and I don't want to go too personal regarding what the phone call was about. So this was the phone call for my psychiatric clearance for my weight loss surgery. It did take me a while because I actually got denied, and it took me a while to decide to do the video because I was really upset. And you know, just watching other videos, hearing from a couple friends of mine that have done the surgery, and they said this was going to be like the easiest one, that like they always say yes, and you know, it's nothing to worry about. And I was talking to my friend who had the surgery, and her husband's like, well, you just said too much, which I probably did, but I was really just trying to be honest. And you know, this is, you know, serious, but at the same time, like, some of what I've been thinking about is, in a way, it's like what the psychiatrist had said to me, like, it has nothing to do with why I'm getting the surgery, anything about the surgery. So I'm just going to go over a little bit of what we discussed, because as I said, I don't want to get too into detail about what was said or anything like that, because I'm not ready to share too personal stuff. So the thing is, you go on this website, I think it's called bariatricevaluations.com or something like that, and what you do is you go online. Of course you do, you know, a questionnaire, you answer a few questions. So from there, what happened was she ended up getting like a score, and she based some of her decision based on the questionnaire, which I didn't know till the very end of the phone call. So after I did a little questionnaire, you set up an appointment. Oddly, they said that I had to pay the $150 fee for the phone call, and I thought insurance would cover that, but supposedly they didn't. So I had to pay $150 to get denied. So she just asked, so she called me, like it was like Saturday, a few Saturdays back. She called, and it was about an hour and a half. It wasn't a really long phone call, and she just asked some questions. And you know, I'm just gonna probably hit on what she said I had and what was going on of why she denied me. I don't really remember too much into the questions. I just wrote down on my notes like what we had talked about, like at the end when she gave her answer. So she was talking, said one of the main reasons that she said no was that I've had recent suicidal thoughts. As I said, I'm not going to go into detail about that because it is quite personal, and it does have to do with some family issues that I have going on right now. And I told you that I'm really only suicidal when I'm having issues with like my family, and I don't ever really think about it on a day. It's not a daily thing, and I guess I didn't say that to her being a daily thing, but she just said that I have paranoid thoughts, and with the suicidal thoughts, that, you know, that's a huge, you know, red flag for them. And you know, it's been a struggle. Just, I have been dealing with some like major family issues, like I don't know if I mentioned in another video, but I haven't talked to my mom. It's going on 2 months. As I said before, we used to talk literally every single day, and not talking to my mom is stressing me out, because I do love her, I care for her, but she's got a lot of things that she needs to take care of, and she needs to do it herself, and she needs to get herself back on track. And I'm just feeling I'm getting used a little bit, and I'm getting kind of treated not the way I should be treated, regarding some stuff that happens between us. And as I said, I don't want to get into too much detail, but she said that's just a big major factor. And I said, you know, I do think about, you know, I had a few friends who lost family members. A friend of mine, her mom died this year. Another friend had her 18-month-old son die earlier this year. And I just think about all these people that have like so much going on in their life, and things are happening, and you know they pass. And my one friend, one of her best friends died last year, and it's like, she was younger than me, and I'm gonna be 40 next year, and she passed away. And it's like, you know, she was married and they didn't have kids, but you know, she had animals and she had a family that she was around all the time. And it's like, I do think about it sometimes, and I say, like, why am I here? You know, like, I don't really have a lot going for me. I'm single, no kids. I don't really have a lot of family. I have a sister who lives in California. I don't really get to see her. I don't really talk to her. I don't have any relationship with my dad. I don't have a relationship with my aunts and uncles and cousins. And it's really, you know, all my grandparents are passed away, and I really just have my mom here. And with us not talking, yeah, I go through times where I'm just like, what's the point, you know? And I mentioned that to her, and she's like, well, you know, that's, you know, something you have to work on, and, you know, yada yada. And she also mentioned that I'm struggling, I'm overwhelmed, I'm dealing with depression, which isn't everybody. And then I also mentioned about the depression part. It's like, I'm depressed, and that's one of the reasons why I'm getting the surgery. My weight is one of the major factors of my depression. It's not my mom, it's not dealing with suicidal thoughts, it's my weight. And it's been that way for a long time. So to say that I'm dealing with depression and that's like one of the reasons you're denying me, it's like, we're all going through depression. Not just people going through this bariatric weight loss surgery journey. Everybody has depression. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you're gonna have depression eventually if you've never had depression. So I just thought that was, you know, it didn't make sense to me. She said that I'm feeling misunderstood. And I just mentioned that because that was actually from the questionnaire I did online. I do remember that one. And the reason I kind of put it on the one, I think it was like a scale kind of version question. And I think I put it there because I was thinking of work. And I was thinking about how there's a lot of people at work that just don't get me. And I think it's because of how big I am. And a lot of people don't take me seriously, in my opinion. And it's really only work people. It's like, you know, I only feel misunderstood at work sometimes, but in a way I really don't care. You know, I like to go to work, do my work, and come home. You know, it's a paycheck, you know. So, and I've kind of backed away from a lot of people that I work with just because I love some of them, and they're decent people, but it's like, it's getting too gossipy and cliquey, and I can't deal with that. And I've had a lot of friendships that have gone astray because of gossip and people lying, and I've been lied to quite a few times from some very close friends and that I used to work with, and I'm not doing it anymore. And I just feel like that's the reason why I clicked that part of feeling misunderstood, because of how I feel about people think of me at work, because they see me as a big girl, so a lot of people don't think you're that smart. And I go through times where I just want to slap people and say, I've been in this industry, I've been doing title insurance I've been doing it like it'll be 14 years next year. And there's people still today in my company that, like, at my work, that think I have no clue, that I don't know what I'm doing. And they don't mean it too condescending, but it's like, I've told you before, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's like, there's some things, I mean, in title, there's something new every day in title. I do learn a lot every single day that's new, brand new, and I've been there doing this for 14 years. So that's the reason why I put misunderstood. So I was surprised that she even mentioned that, because it wasn't even like a big deal. It's just like a little thing. And she said that I need to self-soothe. I'm not sure what that meant, and I was kind of getting upset because I kind of had an idea where the phone call was going, and I was kind of like, I don't really understand, but I didn't ask because I didn't really care. I guess self-soothing, I guess that means eating to self-soothe. I don't know. I guess I could have asked her what she meant, but I didn't. I don't really care. She did also mention that I don't have a support system, that I don't have a lot of people supporting me, which is very untrue. The only thing I mentioned to her about that was, since me and my mom are going through issues, she was going to be my main point of contact, and she was going to be here with me, helping me out right when I get out of surgery. And in a way, it's like, you're gonna deny me just because I might not have my mom to help me out when I actually have other friends that have volunteered to help me, and they may not be here at my house, because I told her, I said, look, I said, I've been living on my own since like 28, so it's been 11 years since I've lived on my own, and I've done everything myself. I've been single forever, and I do everything myself. It's like, I don't really need somebody to be here 24/7 for like 2 or 3 days. Like, I'm gonna be okay, because there's people, I did join a couple of Facebook groups regarding the surgery, and I noticed that a lot of people say they're okay even after just a few days. They're ready to like go back to work. Now, I do have a desk job, so I know that my work is gonna be okay with me working from home like for a good few days, even a week. And I'll probably just go back to work the next week as long as I'm okay to walk, because I do walk a lot because I work downtown. I've explained that many times. And I do a lot of walking because of that. So as long as I'm okay to walk, I'm just going to go back to work. And I was just getting upset because she didn't understand that, like, I don't need somebody like up my butt, you know, right after surgery. Yes, I'm going to need a ride to and from the hospital. That I understand, but I've plenty of people who have said they will help me out and they will, you know, do that. And I may, you know, strengthen and get my relationship back with my mom, and she'll be there. So it's like, I didn't think that should have been such a huge deal. And that was one of the main things that she said was like part of her decision to say no. And then I mentioned, we got into the issue about my past, and you know, my parents' divorce was like a huge thing. I might do another video about that, who knows. It was a big, my parents' divorce lasted like 5 years. It was mainly child custody and child support issues, so it wasn't like, you know, I guess it was a big thing because family got involved and it was crazy. And we were in the process for moving. We had moved to Tennessee, and I live in Illinois, which I probably mentioned before because I talk about Chicago all the time. We lived in Tennessee, and my parents were getting divorced during this time, and my dad came back up to Illinois to try to find a job and work because he couldn't find one in Tennessee. And with the two going back and forth with the two states, my mom literally would like she would have to go every other weekend from Tennessee to Illinois, back and forth almost every other weekend for like a year, to deal with child support, child custody issues with my dad. It was a mess, but that's another video because there's a lot. But I brought that up about my past and my dad being a drug addict and alcoholic. He is recovered. He's sober now, but I don't have a relationship with him, and I don't think that affected me too bad now because I don't deal with drugs. I drink occasionally, but I'm not like a drunk or anything like that. So she said there was probably some underlying issues about that has to do with, you know, why she was saying no. So the whole bit is I have to end up just going to somebody and sitting down face to face. It could be one session, it could be 2, 3, who knows. I've been trying to get a hold of somebody that my friend used, and I can't get a hold of them, so I'm going to try one more time tomorrow. If not, I'm going to just find somebody else, and I just have to end up doing like a sit-down, face-to-face evaluation to get this clearance for my surgery. So I'm not happy. I thought it was going to be a 1, 2, 3, but I'm doing okay. Still, I am happy though that I will able to sit down because I do want to get this issue with my mom resolved, but it's going to take some on her part too. And I'm not sure if she'll be willing to participate in counseling sessions with me. Who knows? When we get to that point, I might talk about it. We'll might figure it out. I'll see what's going on. So I hope you enjoyed this little video of my phone call for clearance for my psychiatric, I know that's not the word, but I think it's psychological, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying, for my weight loss surgery. So as I said, I might do another video regarding about me, like my story and why I chose to do weight loss surgery. I do account my parents' divorce to part of why I gained weight, because I wasn't a big child. I literally did not start gaining weight till my parents were getting divorced. So yes, I do think the divorce had something to do with me gaining weight. My mom attributes it to when she had to work like more than 2 jobs. There was one point my mom literally worked 3 jobs and she was never home. So me and my sister kind of had to like fend for ourselves. The problem was my mom never like taught us how to cook. She is a cook. She loves to cook. She's a great cook. I love her food. But she never showed us or taught us how to cook the stuff that she would make. I mean, there's a few things that we've learned throughout the years, me and my sister, but it's the simplest ones to make. I mean, no, I don't feel like making a 5-course meal for myself, but it would be nice to learn some of the things that she cooked. So she says when we took over our eating and we were fending for ourselves and having to eat, you know, without her supervision, kind of, she said that's when I started to gain weight. But that was about the same time as the divorce, you know, because, you know, she had to work, you know. So yeah, I might do a video about me and do kind of my past and not go too detailed about it. As I said, I don't want to get too personal, even though I don't have a lot of subscribers, so I guess it doesn't really matter if I do or not. But, and as I said, I don't care if this is a big channel. This is not monetized. I don't plan to monetize this at all. I'm probably never going to get to 1,000 subscribers anyway, so. But I do hope you enjoyed this video and hope you continue with me on my little journey here for weight loss surgery. As I said, this channel is very random. It's not dedicated to this, but I will be talking about it as we get closer and closer. And as long as I get approved. God, please help me. So, hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and then click that bell so you do know when I do upload. I have been being pretty good about uploading at least once a week. So as I said, I might do an about me. I might do that this weekend if I have time. If not, I'll maybe try to do it next week. So hope you guys enjoyed. I think I said that like 3 times now. So please forgive me for the repeating, because I try not to repeat and then I'm trying to end the video and then I'll talk and then I'm trying to end the video again. That's why I repeat. So sorry about that. I don't want to get too weird about it. So hope you guys enjoy it and we'll talk soon. Bye.